candidate for president, I promised I would fix this crisis, and I intend to keep that promise one way or the other.
President Trump, in a major address today, announces a new plan to end the government shutdown over border security. Plus, women's marches are held in cities around the country, including here locally. And a baseball camp here in Chico raises money for those who lost everything in the campfire. Action News Now at 6 starts now.
Covering Northern California, you're watching Action News Now. Coverage you can count on.
Good evening and welcome to Action News Now at 6. I'm Spencer Joseph. Thank you for joining us. President Trump offered a compromise to persuade House Democrats to come back to the negotiating table and reopen the federal government. The partial government shutdown over border security is now in its 29th day. Nicole Killian has more from Washington.
President Trump announced a new proposal to extend temporary protection to 700,000 Dreamers and those with temporary protected status as a way to jumpstart negotiations on border security with Democrats.
This extension will give them access to work permits, Social Security numbers, and protection from deportation.
He's making the offer to try to end the 29-day-old partial government shutdown. In exchange, the president wants $5.7 billion to fund a wall on the southern border.
As a candidate for president, I promised I would fix this crisis, and I intend to keep that promise one way or the other.
Democrats have their own plan to add more money to spending bills up for votes on border security next week, but it does not include funding for a border wall.
I'm not for a wall. I'm not for a wall. I'm not for a wall.
In a statement, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi called the president's proposal a compilation of several previously rejected initiatives, and taken together, they are a non-starter. Democrats are pressing the president to reopen the government before negotiations resume.
This is a shutdown that's the longest in history. It's the dumbest in history. And it may well be the most damaging in history.
Thousands of federal workers are caught in the middle of the border security fight. If a deal is not reached by early next week, they'll miss a second paycheck. Nicole Killian, CBS News, Washington.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says he'll hold a vote on the president's, quote, bold plan next week. In Reading,